Lost and Profound Musings on the Power of Connection Through Discovery. This is a podcast for leaders and learners, performers, and all people seeking a deeper sense of connection and discovery in your life. I'm your host, Doug Chancel Harry. I'm the owner of DCH Coaching. Please visit me at dchcoaching.com, and if you're searching for your purpose or you're just looking for the trailhead to your next adventure in life, please reach out. I can absolutely help. So today we're talking about something very personal to me. It's my own story, some things I've been going through myself, and something that I think will resonate with a lot of people. I hope it will, and it's just a little bit vulnerable. So today we're talking about standing still and what I've learned about worth, work, and waiting it out. So by the time you hit 50, you assume a few things have settled. Things like your signature, your favorite coffee order, your emotional reaction to certain movie genres. But you also figure that your career has more or less found its groove. Mine had, or so I thought. For nearly 3 decades, I had built a life with meaning. I worked my way up through companies. I'd mentored dozens of people, launched initiatives that I'm still proud of, and held leadership roles that made me feel on my best days like I was doing what I was meant to do. I had the trust of my teams, the respect of my peers, and, not incidentally, a regular paycheck. Then, in a season of economic volatility, I was laid off. Not downsized, not transitioned, laid off. It felt sudden, but the truth is the tremors had been there for months, right? Quiet rumors of restructuring, new leadership with new loyalties, financial projections that just never added up. And still, I thought I'd weather it. I always had. At first, I treated the news like a professional problem to solve. I brushed off my resume, I sent out some emails, polished up my elevator pitch. I told myself and my family I'd take a few weeks to reset and I'd get back to it in the spring. And that was 18 months ago. In those months, I've done more than just job hunt. I've also paced the hallways. I picked up the phone and put it down. I've watched former colleagues get hired for roles I thought I was perfect for. I've celebrated their wins, and then I cried in the shower. Told myself it was going to be okay. I told myself I'm a failure. I've told myself to get over it. I've told myself to be patient, and I've honestly believed all of it depending on the hour. I have not, in case you're wondering, arrived at some enlightened conclusion. I've not transcended my ego or figured out the magic formula to getting back in the game. But I am learning how to be here in this place between identities with honesty. And that might be the best I can do. Here's what no one's telling you. Losing your job as a grown man, especially one who's been called a leader, a mentor, a rock for others, feels like disappearing. You stop being the guy people asked for advice, and you become the guy they send job postings to you smile and you say thank you. You always say thank you, but after a while, the air inside the room sort of thins out. You start whispering to yourself things you'd never say out loud. Maybe I peaked. Maybe I'm not what I thought I was. Maybe I've been replaced. I don't say any of this to elicit pity. I say it because it's real and because I suspect I'm not the only one feeling it. I have a wife who still laughs at my jokes, even the ones I recycle. I have a 13-year-old son who couldn't care less about job titles, but he lights up when I show up to his games. I have friends who call me, not just to ask me how the search is going, but to talk about movies and fishing and football, to remind me that I'm still me. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Accepting that even if the world sees you differently, you haven't actually changed. Your skills, your heart, your story, they're all still intact. It's the platform that's missing, the megaphone. I've had to ask myself, if no one's watching, am I still worth the performance? What I've realized in these quiet months is that so much of my self-worth had fused itself to professional achievement. I wasn't just proud of what I'd built, I was what I'd built. So when that structure fell, I felt like I went with it. But brick by brick, I'm rebuilding, or I'm trying to at least. It's not going to be the same tower, not with the same blueprints. Hopefully something simpler, something truer, hopefully. So I'm reading again. I'm writing a little bit, teaching at a local acting studio, which I love. I'm holding space for people who, like me, aren't sure what comes next. And I'm trying to listen to my life without constantly trying to edit it. There's a term that I've become interested in that my wife uses. Liminal space. Liminal space. It means the place between no longer and not yet. It's the hallway between rooms, the threshold. I'm in it. And while I don't have the ending to this story yet, I'm learning to respect the middle, the ache, the questions, still showing up, still becoming. If you're here too, if you're waiting, wondering, holding your breath, you're not alone. You're not broken. You're not done. You're just in the hallway. And sometimes that's where the real becoming begins.